With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Good. 180. Up, up.
First down, Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Holt. And able to get this one across the 45 before brought down. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what on offense. Be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Mayfield. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. That one a first down pickup of 8.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Throwing, Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gordon. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Hey, box truck, box truck. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. He's going to go up top for the end, and it's caught. Touchdown. In for the score. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but well, the thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Ready, get ready. Check.
What's left?
You ain't got nothing. Ready to go. Hey, wait.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. In on the tackle, the former All-Pro Chris Harris. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Ryan. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to the ground, Cook. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Ryan. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Mayfield down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gordon.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
King. Hey, Stu. 50, check my 50. Night, sweetheart.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, orbit. There we go. Run.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First catch on that one for Kelsey, and it's a first down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
Mayfield with it once more. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Hey, high 7.
Mayfield on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. That is incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Hey, check. Mike 50.
Alert. Give me that ball,
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And this is caught by Jackson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play. From the red zone now, Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was excellent downfield. I think he was more throwing that football away than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely, because everywhere he looked, they were covered.
Sometimes it's better to go ahead and be convinced that there's no place to fit in the football than to go ahead and force it and turn it into a bad play.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Check 26. Alert.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. On third down, Mayfield. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Fickens' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Come on, man. Let's go.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason who has stood out, if you take a peek back at the draft, really the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skill players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York.
There he goes, Amari Cooper. 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 78 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
This is Gordon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Max 50, Max 50, Max 50.
Bravo.
Hey, let's get there. 49, check 49, check.
Point it right.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You remember this? Let's go, baby.
Hey, bye.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Wide open, Julian Edelman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Got it. Back 25.
Let's go. Mike's 50.
51, down.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he's got Edelman on the out route. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant at a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Got it.
Take over first and 10.
45. Hey, I'm coming. Kill.
Wait. Hey, 59, ready.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He's going to look deep for Edelman. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was looking for Edelman there, and now it's second down. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Check.
Check 24.
Quickstone, travel. 39.
Check 45 at the mic. Check 45 at the mic.
Go.
Watch the run, Alvin.
Ready to go.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's third down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Down to lose one.
58.
45 to Mike.
A final shot before break. Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Mike 50. Check.
Second and 3.
22.
At the 50-yard line.
Hey, Haywood. Hey.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Get him,
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Space. Hey, Charlie.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. You just warm up.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 yards there and a first down.
Check 45.
First and goal at the
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, Tuesday.
45.
Hey, seam 6.
Now it's Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Greg Olsen there to make the grab. And the Cowboys, they push out. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Set, ready? 30 base. Hey, lock it.
Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Yo, go.
Get wild.
Yo, cheetah. Get it.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stops short of the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You ain't doing nothing today. Empty spill.
Watch the twins. Watch the twins.
Hit it.
They try right side here. Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From just shy of midfield, Young, and this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
He's checking.
Now! Hey, Sam off!
From the gun, Steve Young. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
51! Get up! Wait! Mike 50!
All right, T, let's
go!
Now Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Go!
crunch time, defense.
Five.
To throw again, Young. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Alpha.
at the 42-yard line.
Young looks to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
A second down throw for Young. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Ready? You're out.
We got three.
Two-jet bomber. Two-jet bomber.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Yep. Hey, orbit. Now.
Third and long for Young. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It got his man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Look at me. Zipper. Get it.
They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On first down, it's Gurley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Todd Gurley taking it in. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Dawson tacks on the point after. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. Well, at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On the ground, it's Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
21.
Ryan. escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Von Miller, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Good job.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-lib.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Kevin Byard up to make the tackle.
Leo! Now! Hey, Sam off! Shit! Lee Griffin!
Here's Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Squeeze!
Just like that. Kill.
Hard!
Turn it out. Slam. Check.
Rock it.
Check. Lucky.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Hey, wahoo! Fight!
They'll try to throw now. Young. Caught left side. It's Beckham. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Hey! High 7! Hey!
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Mike 50.
First down, Young. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 23 yards, the final tally.
Check Mike 54.
Roll out! Recon, 132 fighter!
Don't let him breathe, defense. 6 guys. Check. Go.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Look at me! Go!
Watch the safety creep. Shoot!
Down!
Another try on 2nd down with Gurley. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Colts going to burn the second of as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, Delta!
Here's Young from the shotgun. It's caught by OBJ. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Dawson's kick is up and through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Here's Ryan. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down from up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another first and 10. Now Cook. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Third and long, it's Ryan. And he's going to go down again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cards will take over first and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
It's now 3rd and 8.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Tight down. There you go. Hey, Charlie. Ready?
Young working out of the gun. Man open, Rice. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hey, switch gears.
Fair. Yep.
Motion. Sponge. No.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Check. Watch before.
Hey, lock it. Leo, defense.
On 2nd and 7, Young. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Young. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And that will be incomplete.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Now Young. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down. Gurley again here on first down. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Go.
Young on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Von Miller able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Watch the pass.
Now Ryan. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Lightning speed that time from the corner. Marshawn Lattimore getting the sack. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
20, 20.
Strip that ball. Switch it.
Hey, Sal.
Watch the ass.
4th down. Here's Ryan. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.